What is going on, hustlers? Long time, no video. Yeah, I know. I haven't been putting out videos, haven't been putting out content. Been insanely busy. So busy, I haven't really been able to keep up with our reselling business. Lots going on. Craziness with my full-time job. In addition to that, every weekend lately has just been filled to the max with stuff going on between, family events, funerals, all kinds of crap. Little mini vacation, but we did source while we were on vacation. I don't even know where to begin. I know I owe you 3 weeks of our fourth quarter goal, and I'm about to go over that in this video if I can stay awake. Sourced quite a few items over the last probably month or so for Amazon that I had not had the chance to sit down and label, prep properly, because some of them had to go into baggies that require, extra labels and all kinds of jazz. And so tonight I forced myself to sit down and prep those boxes, and there's a stack over there ready to go to FedEx first thing in the morning. They'll hit Amazon. Let's see, today's Monday. So they'll go out Tuesday because they're all going to the same distribution center. They'll be there next day, Wednesday. Excuse me, right before the holiday, which doesn't matter if it sits there for a few days, because this time of year it's going to sit there for a few days anyways. But at least it's on its way finally. Would have rather had this stuff go out the door as I bought it, but time just didn't allow for it. It's been crazy. Haven't done much listing on eBay. We've had some sales. I haven't even had time to get in and adjust pricing like I normally do. Check to make sure that we're at the best price, and that we're not either leaving money on the table or just so high that people don't want to buy anything. A little bit of discouragement. We had a whole string, like almost a week straight. And I think that added to why I didn't really list anything or feel like being motivated to do anything with the business. Is we just had a crazy amount of returns, in a week period of time. Stupid stuff like eBay's out of control with buyers returning crap for just buyer's remorse. They regret they bought it. Honestly, I don't care anymore about the discount with the power seller or anything else. I'll ship everything through Pirate Ship and still get my shipping discount. I don't care about the fees. I already factor in the full amount of the fees anyways when I price stuff. I think I'm going to just stop accepting returns because it's crazy watching some of the stuff that people are returning. And it's great if we get the stuff back in sellable condition, but man, I have just lost it, and if people don't ask you for a return, they just simply open a case. And it's crazy because then you get screwed and you get dinged with it, even though you're willing to accept the return and you're saying, hey, ship it back to me, I'll refund your money. In one case, the lady claimed it was damaged. For 2 weeks, she refused to give me pictures. She's like, just refund my money. I'm like, you don't understand how this process works. I need pictures so that I can file a claim at the post office. I said, or you're welcome to go file a claim at the post office yourself. And she's like, no, that's your responsibility. I said, then you need to follow the process or you're not going to get a refund. I said, here's how it works. I need you to send me these pictures. I submit it to the post office. They'll let me know if somebody there needs to come out and take a look at it. She's like, ain't nobody coming to my house. It floored me. She made the process more difficult than it had to be. So finally, she takes the pictures, uploads the pictures, and I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and process her refund and, or the return label. I want the item back so that in case the post office wants to inspect it. She uploads the pictures and immediately turns it over to eBay saying that I'm not responding. Like 2 seconds after she posted the pictures, I didn't even have a chance to look at the pictures. Like, this is just crazy. So I got another ding there. It's like, what the heck is going on with these people? That's just craziness, man. It was just, we got really frustrated. And it was convenient, too, because it was a Halloween display that she bought a couple days before Halloween and then returned right after Halloween. It's broken. Tried to say that we didn't ship it. We didn't ship it properly, is what she told eBay. And I asked for pictures because originally she was only showing the poly bag that was on the outside of the. We had a box inside a bag. The item is like glass or ceramic, and it's packed in at least 10 inches of styrofoam. This is the way the manufacturer ships it. And she's like, you didn't pack it properly. I'm like, please, upload a picture of the styrofoam container which it was in. Oh, there was no styrofoam in it. Finally, when eBay told her she had to upload all the pictures for me for the claim, you see all the pictures with the styrofoam. And it's just like, this is ridiculous. When I got it back, it looked like she took a hammer to it. I don't care. Post office paid the claim. I got my money out of it. Over and done with. You know, and then other ones, you know, well, this toner, I sold a toner cartridge. This toner cartridge isn't genuine. No crap. It says right in the auction that it's not. Another one that complained the CD wasn't brand new. No, it was listed in used condition, and it was listed as a former library copy because it's stamped with the library thing on it. They complained because it wasn't brand new. Well, you knew that when you bought it. It's just like, people don't read the auction, and it's just crazy that eBay allows them to just run ragged like that. They're gonna push all sellers away from the market. But enough about that crap. That's not why we're here. Let's talk about some numbers. Let's talk about how the fourth quarter's going. And let me tell you, the fourth quarter's going about as much effort as I'm putting into it. All right, let me switch my screen over so you guys can see the numbers. All right, what do we got here? Oh, looks like you... that's not important. It's only Facebook Marketplace, which we're really not listed on anymore. So let's talk about, what do I owe you? Weeks 5, 6, and 7. Whew. No listings on week 5. It's 6 sales, though. That's interesting. Average selling price, $20. Still not above our 30. We did a lot of sourcing that week for Amazon, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Apologize for me yawning. I'm just exhausted. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. So I guess it's really Tuesday. I'm not filming this on Monday anymore. I'm whooped. I'm looking forward to this weekend coming up. However, I'll be working all weekend in our storage unit trying to get some inventory done. Crazy. But, yeah. You know what? Let's not even go over the summary. Let's just dive right into the weeks. Let's take week 5. So now we're looking back. This is the week of Halloween. So that Monday through that Sunday. Didn't get a chance to list anything. It was just crazy. But we sold 6 items on eBay for like $121. $121. No listings. What did we do the week before? Week before, we really didn't list anything either. Oh, I know what this was. This was the one sale was a hard drive that we sold. So that was, $75. That was a good bank. And then the next day, I got 4 of the 5 items were one buyer. Bought 4 over-the-door things that hang that, quite honestly, I thought I was just going to be able to sell for $1. Because down at the flea market, and we had actually sold a couple down there. We initially had sent them to Amazon. They go on the back of your door. They're like a jewelry organizer, and sent them into Amazon, and right away we got shut down by the private label seller that's on them, saying that they own the copyright to the name or whatever. Fine. I don't care. Send them back to me. I'll sell them market. I'll sell them on eBay. They cost me pennies a piece. I don't care. I'll get my money back out of them. And I did. This lady paid about $15 a piece. No. I think I gave it to her at $12 a piece with shipping. All of them were going. Now, it was funny because her address was like some fashion expo or something in Miami. So it was interesting. I don't care. I got my money, right? And then I don't remember what the other item was that sold that week. Whew, it's time for bed. So, yeah. Then, let's see. Middle of that week, sourced a couple items at Walmart. And two total type of items, so SKU numbers, with 7 total. And it's really not 7 total because one of the SKUs, I broke them up into a 3-pack, or put them into a 3-pack to sell. They're those little squishy things, but they're all the superhero girls. And got those listed on eBay just because I didn't feel like farting around sending them into Amazon. So I probably need to flip that because they originally were going to go to Amazon. Oh, you know what? I think the other item I bought that day too ended up not going to Amazon. I think we sold those on eBay as well because you'll see, I think in week 6, I literally posted them like 6 in the morning, and before I even got to work for the day, the first one sold, and before I finished my day at work, the second one sold. And I was like, I was sitting on them, a week or so, and I'm like, should have listed them right away. So I think I'm not going to bother adjusting those numbers. It doesn't matter. They sold. Amazon, eBay, it doesn't matter. It all goes into the same funds, right? My pocket. So that was Wednesday. Saturday. Oh, this is the weekend that Kath and I went away. So Saturday on our way down, we stopped at a regional dollar store. One of the ones that we buy a lot of stuff at. And I was particularly looking for one item that, if you've been following me, it's that light bulb that I say that sells pretty good. And I can't show it to you because I just boxed them all up. And I bought every single one that they had there in the one store. And I was going to go hit one of their other stores that was, a little bit further away. But after we got done shopping there, we started heading to there. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like it. Let's just keep going and get on our weekend away. Her and I just wanted to take the weekend and just go relax and enjoy some time for ourselves. We didn't have any kids. Just kind of a little getaway. We went down to the Poconos, and while we were down there, it was interesting because we ended up bumming around looking at a couple like indoor flea markets and junk stores, and we had a really great time. And as you see on Sunday, I dropped $100 and bought another item I was looking for that I was shocked I found at a liquidation place. But so Saturday we sourced 5 different SKUs for a total of 83 items. Now 61 of that was these light bulbs, and I picked up a couple other items to try out and see how they do. So the one item I went more than 10 deep. All the others I did not go more than 10 deep. You know what? I know what that I lied about the Wednesday trip, because the stuff I'm talking about was at a Walmart, those little squishies. I know what Wednesday's trip was. Wednesday's trip was Dollar Tree. That's why the cost is $7. Yeah. That number's not right then, because when I calculated this, I put those two values in So now I gotta go redo my numbers because I just found the receipt. So that Wednesday was trip Dollar Tree. It was two of a book and 5 of a food item that sells pretty decent for us. It doesn't make a whole lot of profit. Crap, we're buying the stuff for $1. So if I get that $1 back and double my money, put another $1 in my pocket, and actually I think we put $2 in our pocket, profit wise on those, but it works. So, and they're just going in now, so I sat on those for a little bit. So I'll have to go get those numbers recalculated to figure out what that was. So that means I must have bought that other stuff week 3. So before I went to New York City. Yeah, there it is. 17. That makes more sense because I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Yeah, that's 15. Plus the 2 little boxes for freaking whatever. I don't know, some toy, some spinning toy or something. Yeah. So that was that Walmart trip. And that's why it's $0, 0 profit. I need to get a calculation on that number too. I think I left it at $0 and 0 profit because they ended up going on eBay. But that kind of throws off the numbers. I don't know. I'll plug numbers back in. So week 3 and week 5. I better make myself a note or I'll forget to do that. Week 3, week 5, fix, cost. So I guess that number is, just goes to show you guys, I'm freaking exhausted. I'm over here rambling. I freaking making stupid mistakes inside a spreadsheet, but that's great because I can easily back those numbers out, add new numbers in, and it calculates it. So, but so Saturday, we sourced 83 items to send in, cost us $83 for a retail value of a little over $1,000. And after we get our $83 back, pay for all the shipping, pay Amazon their fees out of that, we end up with about $520 in our pocket. Not bad for a stop at a single store on our travel path to go on vacation. Now, we went away for the weekend, went down to the Poconos, we went to the horse track, had dinner at the casino, went on a little foliage train ride. That was a joke, but that's a story for a whole nother time. We found a really great store in a mall down there that does like liquidation clothing. So it was interesting. I snapped a bunch of pictures of the boxes that they had around there. They had some Gaylords, and then they had just individual boxes where they're buying stuff. And trying to find their wholesalers. The problem is a couple of the labels on the boxes had the same address, different business names, and it's just a fulfillment warehouse. Could be thousands of vendors that are getting their stuff fulfilled out of that warehouse. But it's all like name brand clothing, came out of retail stores with the tags still on it, and they just sell it really cheap. Had a great conversation with the manager of the store, and maybe I can go back down and make a connection because there's another place down in that area that we made a connection on Sunday where I bought those. If you follow my other videos, you heard me talk about the command strips or command clips that I bought and wasn't able to find any more of, and then Amazon kind of tanked the listing on me, but I found a way that if I double them up and sell them as a twin pack, I can still make decent profit. Still can make profit on it competing with Amazon, but nowhere near the amount of profit I was making on them before they jumped on it and tanked it. But found a lady that had 107 of them on her peg, and it was interesting because I walked in, I grabbed one, I walked up to her counter, and her whole concept is everything's liquidated in there, and I see the stuff that she's buying. I'm like, I know where she's buying the stuff. Some of it I don't know where she found those command strips. If I can find the source for that, man, I'd be happy. But she says she can get me more, and I've exchanged a couple emails with her since I've been back. But it was quite interesting because I walked up, And I had one of them with me, and nothing's got prices on it. So I'm like, how much are you looking for these? She's like, I don't know, $3. I'm like, no, thanks. Or at first I was like, how much if I buy them all? She's like, I don't know, $2. I'm like, no, I'm good. She's like, well, what do you want to pay? I said, well, I was hoping to pay 50 cents. She's like, I can't do 50 cents. Can you meet me in the middle at $1? And I'm like, yeah, I can do $1. You know, I was buying them for $1 before, so I already knew, you know, where my profit level was. I knew that I could double them up. I'm like, I want them all. She's like, really? Yeah. I'm like, you got a box? So we started boxing them up. And she's like, you know, these things go for, you know, like $8, $9 at Walmart. And I'm like, yeah. So they were selling for $12 a piece on Amazon. She's like, you're reselling them, aren't you? I'm like, why else would I be buying this many? So, you know, her and I had a great conversation. She used to do eBay quite a bit before she opened up this store concept. And she never really got into Amazon or anything else. And so she gets a couple pallets a week full of stuff. And a lot of times she don't know what it is, you know. So it told her some of the stuff I'm looking for and keep me in the loop. And, you know, it's a couple-hour drive from my house. And if I got to run down there and get something, I will. But it was nice to pick up those command strips. You know, as you can see, that $107 I spent is going to turn into a little over $1,000, and put about $633, so $634 in my pocket after paying for the shipping, after paying Amazon their fees, and getting my $107 back. That is well worth spending the $107. So, you know, sales on Amazon that week were crappy, but we didn't have a lot of good stuff up left listed. You know, our good stuff sells through quick, and then we're stuck with all the stragglers, or, you know, stuff that's just long-term sales, you know, some books and other stuff. I gotta start getting that stuff down because I'm watching my score get killed for having stuff sit there too long. But it wasn't too bad, you know, being that our efforts of not sending anything in a while. We're still selling, you know, a couple $100 a week. Ugh, excuse me. I'll take it. So let's look at week 6. I don't want to drag this on too far for you guys. You know, I didn't realize I'm 20 minutes into this video already with my nonsense just being exhausted. So week 6. Got some listings in this week. Total of 51 new listings created. As you can see, at the middle of that week, I had a really good time to get some stuff listed. In addition, I went through everything we had and kind of like re-optimized a lot of our listings, adjusted pricing. You know, out of those 51 listings, it was 95 items, so that some of the listings have multiples of the same item, or variations. And starting to do more and more variation listings. So if I have like 10 of something and one's green, one's blue, one's red, I'd do one listing, one fee, and then list each one of the individual ones versus having the 3 separate listings. So total amount of retail stuff or eBay price stuff that we listed was $1,431.31. $1,431.25. Whew. Yeah, I'm tired. So, saw a few sales, and you can't really say it's due to the efforts because the peak days were Wednesday and Thursday, and as you can see, one sale each one of those days, and then nothing the rest of the week. So, it's not an immediate thing when you start doing some listings. You know, eBay's going, hey, what the hell's going on? You ain't listed in a few weeks, and then all of a sudden, boom, you blow us up with a bunch of stuff, and then you drop back off again. Yeah, let's not trust you right now. You know, it's no different than what I do during the day doing SEO for websites. You know, we get people out there that do the same type of thing. You know, they flip-flop their websites, they upload content, and then, oh, wait a minute, that's what I do on here. Upload content every day for like 2 weeks, and then disappear for 3 weeks, right? So, you lose trust with the search engines. eBay's a search engine, Google's a search engine, YouTube's a search engine. So, that doesn't help your performance. And here I am, preaching to the choir because I need to hear it myself. But, as we look at these numbers, they look poorly. It's like, come on, man, what are you doing? You got a couple storage units full of stuff. Get it sold. Didn't source anything for Amazon during week 6. Why do I not have all my sales in there? That's interesting. I thought I put those all in earlier. Did I put them on the wrong week? Oh, man. Nope, I must not have gone back that far. Well, I guess I really can't tell you what I sold either. Wow. Now you know I'm tired because I'm half finishing stuff. So when I do week 8's video, I'll try to go back to week 6 and get you those highlights again. Week 6, Amazon sales. Man, this is just crazy. Crazy, man. Get your shit together. But we really didn't source. I don't even know what the sales were that week. But that weekend really didn't do anything. My aunt had passed away a few weeks ago when I was in New York City. You guys heard me talk about it. I don't know. It was, I think, week 3. The end of week 3, I was in New York City. So they had a memorial service in Florida for her, and then my uncle flew her ashes up here, and we had a memorial service that weekend. So it was a combination between that and, a family reunion and just a lot of stuff going on that weekend. So didn't have time to do much of anything, and work has just been insanely busy. So don't have much time during the week. That's why I kind of forced myself tonight to pack up that stuff because it's been sitting here. I've been tripping over it. I'm like, I gotta get this stuff out the door. So I guess that's about all we can talk about for week 6. Let's look at week 7. Last week, bring you up kind of current. Again, no listings on eBay. We did sell 4 items, just shy of $100, $87.04. Not good. Well, the average selling price was $21.76, so that's a little bit better. It's getting closer to that $30. A lot better than $10. But, $8.50, that was a CD. Sold Sunday. Yeah, that was a CD. $34 was a seat cover. $29.77 was a board game. $14.77. I don't remember what that one was. That was the other one of the last jewelry organizers that hang over the back of the door that I was talking about a minute ago, that I sent some to Miami. That was the last one I had of that. Sold for $14.77. So, not a bad week for sales, especially when your effort the week before wasn't the greatest. No consistency, nothing listed on Amazon again, or nothing sourced for Amazon. Only 20 items sold, $200, $100 profit. It's expected. If you're not listing anything, you're not setting any new product in, how do you expect to make money? I want to get back to these $1,000 weeks, $2,000 weeks, $10,000 weeks, $20,000 weeks. I'd love to see some of them, but, if you asked me over the summer, Q4, I was going to go all in this year. Doesn't look like I went all in. Really need to figure out a system and a process to be able to get everything going the way I wanted. Oh, week 8, that's the current week we're in now. As you can see, I did make 4 listings earlier this evening as I was going through some stuff. And we did have an item sell today. Oh, it's a phone case. I can't remember what I just went this evening to the storage unit to go get. That's how bad it is. But I did hire somebody part-time to start helping me with some inventory and getting stuff listed on eBay. Hopefully they're starting this weekend, but it is a holiday weekend, so I don't know. Something to do like, 5-10 hours a week. Just help me get through the inventory, get stuff listed, even if we just get it documented in a spreadsheet and then I can sit here and list it. Or at that point I can hire a VA to list it. If we attach like pictures to it or put pictures on Dropbox or something, our Google Drive account somewhere. I've got to work out that process, but I got to come up with a way, because 2019 can't be like 2018. 2019 we got to rock this stuff and make some cash. So I kind of like this, keeping this goal tracker for the quarter. And I think that, when we begin 2019, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay out some goals probably around Christmas time, between Christmas and New Year's. Finalize my goals, get a tracker built, and do the same type thing. Just kind of log what we're doing. See what consistencies are paying off. If we see that we're consistent in our listing and then the sales are increasing, well, that's the time to go do it. That's the magic combination. That's what you got to do to work. But it's not just about listing. It's also about listing items that people are looking to buy. I could go out and list 100 sandwich bags. Doesn't mean you're going to buy them, right? List them all individually. $10 a bag. Nobody's going to buy that. But my numbers would look impressive for listing. So it's not just about listing. It's about being strategic in your listing. But let me get the numbers off there. So that's about all I had for you. A lot of videos have been coming out over the last few weeks on the priority mail cubic shipping, the whole box in a bag through pirate ship. Guys, go back to my early videos. I told you go get on that pirate ship. You weren't doing it, you're missing out. Glad everybody else is realizing it. Amazon even announced earlier, well, I guess it'd be last week, that now you can buy priority mail cubic rate shipping through them. Probably won't be long before eBay does something similar, because they just realize people are going to go to these other third parties and buy their shipping because they can get it cheaper. It's craziness. But so hustlers, I want to hear from you. How are your Q4 goals going? I know there's several of us that were in the group, and the group kind of fell apart. Mostly because I haven't been around the last few weeks. But let's get it together. We're halfway there. It's Turkey Day is coming up, and you still got time to make some sales. Yeah, Black Friday's going to be here. Do I plan on going shopping? Nope. I ain't going to be out there with all the crazies. Yeah, resellers, there'll be a bunch of them out there in the stores trying to scoop up deals and everything else. It ain't for me. That's not what I want to do. So I will be in my storage unit on Black Friday going through my inventory. That's where I'll be. I'll be having a Black Friday sale myself. It'll be Black Friday listing. Going crazy. Alrighty, hustlers. I want you to get out there and go do.